it's Kelly here from Spiritual Awakening Signs, and today we have a wonderful chakra clearing masterclass. We're going to be sharing how to clear and align your chakras specifically for the spiritual awakening process. So very important information. In this video we're going to cover 3 warning signs that your chakras are blocked, misaligned or closed, because that can happen too. We're also going to discuss which of your chakras are blocked, so you'll be able to identify which chakras may be a problem area for you energetically. We're going to cover how blocked chakras completely halt your spiritual awakening and your growth, which we really need to know about, and why during awakening is the perfect time to practice good chakra health, why it's so important. And of course, we've always got a simple system that you can use. It's our 3 simple steps to unblock your chakras and fully align your energies once more. We're covering lots of great stuff in this masterclass, and it's so useful to so many people going through spiritual awakening. So please get all the information that you can out of this and start applying the guidance that we're sharing here. Now, if you only take one thing away from this entire masterclass, this is it, okay? So this is the bit where you want to really focus on what we're covering, because it's all about how it affects spiritual awakening. So the main thing I want you to know is that your chakras may be blocked, misaligned, or even completely closed. It is very common for anybody, for any person, to have blocked, misaligned, or even closed chakras. It may be one, it may be more than one, but that is a common thing that happens within the energy system. However, when you go through spiritual awakening, it's a little bit different. The problem that you've got with these blocks and all this congestion in your chakra system is that when you go through spiritual awakening, all these awakening energies are making an ascent through your chakra system. So they're moving from the root chakra at the bottom of the spine, up through the spine, up through the central column, out through the top of the crown chakra, and up to source. So really what this is about doing is reconnecting you to source, clearing that pathway so that you are an absolutely clear channel for that energy, so that you can be connected spiritually, so that you can be, in that enlightened energy that you're aiming for. That's really what your soul is trying to do. It's trying to get you completely connected with an unbroken, clear connection. The problem that we have is that because it's so common to have blocked, misaligned, or completely closed chakras, as the energy tries to make its way through the chakra system, from root up to crown chakra, it's going to hit against any blocks that we have. And as it hits against any blocks, or maybe the chakra's a little bit misaligned and the energy can't quite move, that's what creates these really difficult awakening symptoms. That's what causes all the problem in the first place. It's the energies hitting against the blocks, and it draws all the energy of the block to the surface, which just creates havoc in our lives and our emotions and sometimes even in our health. It just throws everything out of alignment, just exactly like our chakras are. So it's so important that we find a way to align these, because when we do, we're able to connect with all these wonderful enlightened gifts that awakening can bring. Things like higher wisdom, greater perspective, improved psychic and intuitive abilities, 5D experiences, spiritual connection, and even activating the hidden, little known 9th and 12th chakras. There are more chakras above the top of the head. They extend further than the crown. So up here there are more chakras that can be activated, giving you better spiritual connection, raising your vibration, and of course opening your soul and your spirit up. It's just a wonderful energy. It's really putting you in alignment with that higher spiritual self. Now, that means that it's going to take some work. That means that you need to cleanse your chakras, you need to clear the blocks, and you need to realign them. And you need to care for and maintain a healthy energy system. It's completely different. We don't have the luxury of just ignoring it anymore. Now we know how sensitive it is. Now we know that we react and respond completely differently to different energetic situations, and it's because our system is so sensitive with all these awakening energies going on that we really need to take good care of ourselves. It's very important, and if you do that, you're going to be able to step into your power as a fully enlightened being. You're going to move past all the blocks and gain all of the wonderful ascended benefits that spiritual awakening can really bring. That's really what it's all about. You want to have a healthy energy system working at full capacity. So with that in mind, let's talk about 3 warning signs that your chakras are blocked, misaligned or closed, so that you really know what's going on in your energy system, because most often we don't know what's going on. We're kind of hoping someone else will tell us. These signs will help you to identify that, and you'll know what to look for in future as well. Because if we're really honest, despite being, spiritual souls, we probably don't really practice chakra clearing. I was the same for years, and I know many people who are the same. It's like we kind of feel as if it doesn't really matter. It's usually because we've done chakra clearing practices in the past and felt like they didn't really make any difference. And that's usually because the techniques that we used probably weren't quite the right techniques to be able to clear that energy so that you can really feel the difference, because you should feel a difference when your chakras are clear, and certainly when they've just been cleared. But it's also that they just weren't powerful enough to really clear, to realign your chakras in a way that had any lasting impact. Don't worry, we're going to cover all of this. But quite often we just don't know what the warning signs are. That's really the most common issue that I see, is like people are like, I don't know if my chakras are closed, I don't know if they're blocked, how would you know? It's really difficult to know. So we're going to cover that. So these are 3 key signs that your energy system and your chakras need immediate attention. So watch out for these. Sign number 1 would be physical health complaints. So what you need to know is that blocked or obstructed flow of energy can at times affect negatively the physical body and the health. So we can develop illness, we can develop ailments, aches and pains, generally in the kind of radius of the chakra in question, or it could be that it is to do with the energies and the themes pertaining to that chakra. That's why it tends to cause the problems. So often during spiritual awakening we experience health complaints that modern medicine kind of can't really explain. That's really frustrating. So for example, you might find that nothing seems to work in treating the condition or the problem that you're having, or despite experiencing the symptoms, they just don't show up in tests. That's really common, and it's usually because it's an awakening symptom. It's energetic, but you're experiencing it physically. It feels like a normal, real thing happening to you, and of course it is real. But the thing is that if the physical health complaint or ailment is caused by an energy block, then clearing the energy block can quite often allow that healing to actually occur. It can allow a shift to take place, and it's so awesome when that happens. It's just fantastic when you finally get a shift. It's common during spiritual awakening to experience a strange occurrence of sometimes worse ill health than you've ever had before. It can seem really odd when you're supposed to be going through this awakening experience. Things are supposed to be getting better. It's like, why is my health worse? Why are things getting worse? And while it's uncomfortable and it can be inconvenient, it's ultimately positive, because it shows that the energy body is attempting to clear and heal through the physical body. It's trying to clear those blocks out. But of course, always get any 3D health complaints checked by a medical professional. Go to your doctor, get them checked out first. It's always important to do that. You need to look after the physical system, because you're going to be in it a long time. So just check first and make sure if there's anything that can be done in the 3D level. But quite often it can be energy that's in the way. Sign number 2 is emotional health issues. So if you find yourself unusually sensitive or erratically triggered in your emotional reaction, it's likely that awakening energies are attempting to move up through the chakra system. So like I said before, from root to crown and above, they're trying to move through this central column to connect you to source. And as they encounter all the different blocks and the misalignment and the problems caused by all the old negative emotions that exist in your chakras, a surge of these emotions usually comes to the surface. So you might find that you suddenly feel emotional for no reason, or you feel depressed, or you're suddenly anxious, and it's like, I don't really know why that's happening. It doesn't seem to fit with anything that's actually going on right now. That's usually why. It's because it's not about what's going on right now. It's old stuff getting processed by your energy system and by the physical body, and it's just kind of moving up and out the system. So you kind of experience it a little while as your system's trying to clear it. It's important to know that that is ultimately a positive thing. It's your system's trying to clear it, but it can take quite a long time, and you might find that you get stuck in a little cycle of emotion for a while if you don't get some additional help with it. And don't worry, we'll cover all this. but it's certainly trying to move. Your system's trying to move it. But regularly clearing and balancing your chakras can ease the intensity of that emotional kind of purge when it comes up, and definitely assist in clearing and releasing those negative emotions from your system. Sign number 3, and this is the kind of weird one, would be energetic abnormalities. So things like feeling spacey, feeling off balance, feeling clumsy, feeling drained, stuck, uncoordinated. These are all signs that your energy body is not in alignment. When you're not in alignment, your energy body is not in alignment. So maybe it's things like you keep making mistakes, or you're getting confused, or you can't concentrate. Maybe your tolerance for handling life is not doing so good. Maybe you feel a bit depleted and life is starting to feel like it's falling apart. It could even be that technology is malfunctioning round about you. That happens a lot. Maybe you're getting a lot of electric shocks. Maybe things are breaking when you go to use them. These are all things that seem coincidental, but they're all caused by energy, and they are all signs that your energy system is off and it needs immediate attention. Okay, so don't just brush these things off as if they don't matter. If you're going through awakening and those things are happening, your energy system is letting you know what's going on, exactly what's going on. So listen to it. Your chakra system won't get any healthier without you intervening. It's not going to happen magically. It's not going to happen without trying to do anything about it. You need to put effort into it, and you need to support your energy system. It's really important, because not only are you going to free the flow of your entire energy system, and that'll improve mental, physical and emotional health. That has a big impact. But you're also then going to activate those hidden, little known 9th and 12th chakras, any of the other chakras above the top of the head. And that's going to connect you to higher spiritual energies. It's going to increase your intuitive clarity, which is amazing, and it's going to align you with the universal energies too. So you're really getting this kind of higher spiritual connection energetically. It's going to help to raise your vibration in a big way and make you feel more aligned, more like your higher self, which is just wonderful. Okay, so let's now talk about which chakra is blocked. Okay, it's different for everyone. You may have one chakra blocked, you may have a few, you may even find that all of your chakras are blocked when you listen to the next signs that I'm going to cover. But it's really no more difficult to treat energetically, whether you have one chakra blocked or all of them are blocked or closed. It makes no difference, so don't panic about that. We're just working with the energy and we can clear it easily, okay? It just needs a little bit of specific care and treatment. Okay, so let's talk about each chakra, and you can work out which chakra might be an issue for you. Okay, now let's talk first of all about the root chakra at the base of the spine. So signs that chakra is maybe blocked, misaligned, or that there's some sort of congestion or problem in it would be feeling spacey, clumsy, confused, feeling afraid to be in your body. Feeling like somehow you're afraid to be here energetically, feeling fear and anxiety, if those are themes for you, feeling insecure or unsupported in your life. It's a big energy that happens with the root chakra, and it commonly causes survival issues, so things like fears around not having enough money, shelter, food, things of that nature. It tends to draw up. So if any of those themes kind of resonate with you, and it may just be one or two within that, or it may be you're listening to it all and you're going, that is me, that would tell you that you've got an issue and a block in the root chakra. Okay, and don't worry, you don't need to remember which chakra is blocked to be able to treat it later on. We'll help you with all of that. It's all taken care of. Okay, let's talk about the sacral chakra. So the sacral chakra, if it is blocked, misaligned or closed, you're going to experience the following. You're going to feel creatively uninspired. So you might find that you have creative blocks, that you have writer's block, that you just can't really find any ideas flowing. There's no flow, there's no vitality to your thought processes or the ideas that you're having. Maybe you're feeling like you don't know your career or your purpose. You just don't know what to do. You don't know what you should align with, or who you really are in that sense. It's like, I don't know what I should do. Maybe you're unable to align with your life path or experience joy. So if you're feeling cut off from joy, this is definitely a sign that the sacral chakra is having issues. Okay, let's move on to solar plexus. Now the solar plexus energy will guide you in if you're having problems, in that you'll feel kind of similarly to before, like you don't know who you are, but it's more of an intense feeling. It's really like, I really don't know who I am. You'll have a lot of self-doubt. You will have difficulty in making decisions, maybe even really simple ones. You'll be fearful of expressing your true, authentic self. So this feeling of, if people saw who I really was, they wouldn't like me. They wouldn't care about me. Low self-esteem, of course, very, very big issue. Feeling low self-worth and feeling powerless, feeling that you have no power within yourself. So watch out for any of those, all solar plexus issues. Let's move on to the heart space. Very interesting with the heart chakra. And this is probably one of the most commonly closed, blocked or damaged chakras. Everyone goes through this. So the heart chakra, if you have a block, a misalignment or a congestion in the heart chakra, you're going to struggle to make or maintain connection with others. You will be unable to move on. So you might find it difficult to let go of things that have happened, to really move forward. You might find that you can't help but hold grudges. You just can't let it go. You're feeling resentful. You might feel hurt. You might feel heartbroken, which is the most common reason why the heart chakra gets blocked, and even unable to forgive. And if any of that's going on, you don't need to beat yourself up. It doesn't mean that you're not a spiritual person. It just means that the heart chakra needs some care and healing. Okay, into the next chakra, which is the throat chakra. So the throat chakra gives you issues if it's blocked by making you feel afraid to speak your truth or your beliefs. It's really all around fear of judgment. And this is really a chakra that comes up with issues most often in people who have been light workers, healers or psychics in other lifetimes, and it's not turned out very good. Lifetimes where you've been persecuted for being a healer or a psychic and intuitive, things like that. So you'll be fearful of judgment. You probably won't handle criticism very well. It'll be really hurtful to you, unable to stand up for yourself, and difficulty communicating and expressing your emotions. So maybe you get jumbled up, maybe you don't know what to say, maybe you're not really sure how you feel. You just get all confused when you try to work out what emotions are going on or what you want to say about them. All indicators that the throat chakra is blocked. Next, we've got the third eye chakra. So this is our psychic chakra. So of course the issues and the signs that come up around that would be that your intuitive abilities feel blocked. So maybe you feel like you should be more intuitive, but you're just struggling with it. You just can't. Or the information that you're getting is lacking, or it's kind of unreliable. You don't trust what you're getting, and you have difficulty trusting in the psychic information that you get through your psychic senses. So it's kind of like a mistrust of your psychic ability. And that's a big problem again. Quite often comes up with light workers who have been psychics or intuitives in previous lifetimes, because sometimes to protect ourselves we close the chakra down. We start to kind of block it so that it's like, well, if I'm not using that skill and that ability, no one will know, and then I can protect myself. It can be healed and cleared. And the last chakra that we're working with is the crown chakra. So things like feeling isolated or spiritually disconnected, struggling to connect with higher realms. Maybe you struggle to connect with your guides, your angels, source, your soul family. Maybe when you feel like you're trying to connect out, it's just not happening, or you can't quite reach the connection that you're looking for energetically or spiritually. And you might also feel that you're stuck in your awakening. That's usually a big indicator that there's a blockage or an issue going on in the crown chakra. And just as a note, quite often I see commonly in people who have gone through spiritual awakening that the crown chakra is misaligned. It's almost like an energetic explosion. The way the energy moves through the crown chakra. So sometimes that can be damaged in the process as well. So chakra healing and clearing is very, very important if you've gone through spiritual awakening. So I hope from that you've got a good idea of what chakras might be the issues for you. Let's talk about what you can do to actually clear and heal them. How do you move forward? How do you unblock those chakras? Let's talk about it. Well, step one is that you need to release the cause of the block. Okay, everybody thinks that chakras get blocked by energy, but actually most often chakras get blocked by emotions. It's emotions, negative emotion, that block the chakras. And any experience involving stress, trauma, heartbreak, betrayal, grief, any of those really intense emotions, and of course plenty more negative emotions, whether it was in this life or of course stuff that we're carrying from past lives, because like I said before about, you know, if you've been a healer or an intuitive in a past life, you're carrying all this negative emotional pain and baggage. It creates an emotional energy that blocks the flow of healthy energy through the chakra and corresponds to the issue. So for an example of that, heartbreak tends to block the heart chakra. Okay, it's in the same vicinity and in that type of area. Now if we can release the cause, the thing that actually caused the block, which would be the negative emotion, we can clear the chakra, we can heal the issue, and we can experience full energetic health and balance again. But we must address the cause. That's the most common issue that I see with chakra clearing, is that everyone focuses on, let's just clear the energy. It's like, no, the energy is caused by something, and the energy is caused by negative emotion. And if you pinpoint it and you work on the emotion rather than just the energy, what you're going to find is as soon as that emotion dissolves, the whole block is dissolved. So you can work very, very quickly and clear your chakras very quickly this way. So step 2 is to use energy healing, not just intention. Now, most chakra clearing practices are just meditations where intention's used to clear the chakras, and that's fine. But quite often, especially during spiritual awakening, we've got so much energetic congestion blocking our chakras that the intention is just not enough. It's not enough. We need real energy healing to resolve the serious pain, the negative emotion, like I mentioned earlier, that caused the block in the first place. We need to treat the misalignment on the exact same level that it exists, which is the energy level, the energetic energy. We need to treat it with energy. Energy must be used to actively clear out and realign. Otherwise, we can get caught in this kind of cycle where we're constantly repeating practices to clear our chakras that really make little to no difference, and then you have to repeat them over and over and over again, and they don't actively bring us back to balance. So you're kind of getting stuck in a pattern that you're never going to get out of, and you're also never going to feel better. You're not going to allow your awakening to move on up. You're just kind of keeping yourself exactly where you are. So as a rule, always, always, always use energy healing for chakra clearing, especially if you're going through spiritual awakening. Okay? Step 3. You need to maintain the newfound balance with regular clearing and alignment. So once the real work has been done to clear and realign those chakras, it's really important to remember that it's not a set it and forget it type thing. Your chakras absolutely will become congested again, although if a full proper clearing has been done with energy healing, it won't be as intense as it was the first time. You know, it'll be much easier to keep on top of. Your chakras absolutely will move out of alignment because that's just how the energy system works. It's very sensitive and it moves all the time. Now and forevermore, your energy system requires real care and attention. It is your direct line to source. It is your higher self. It is your furthering of your ascension progress. So caring for it by regularly clearing and rebalancing your chakras is so worth it. It's everything that your spiritual awakening is based on. You need that. If you don't have those clear chakras and that connection to source, you're not going to be spiritual awakening. So it's so important to take care of that particular aspect of your energies. And that's what creates that wonderful, secure, collected energy in your life. It's what makes you the bridge between heaven, which is the crown chakra, and earth, which is the root chakra. It makes you that wonderful energy in the middle. And that's what we're trying to get to. We're trying to connect from the earth to heaven, and it is that wonderful energy. So if you want more spiritual energies to raise your vibration and to ascend much more fully, then regularly clear and realign your chakras. That is the fastest route to it, absolutely. But the question is how? Well, it is simple, it's quick, and it's easy. We use energy healing to release the cause of the block, and we use energy healing rather than intention. That's the most important thing. And we maintain the newfound balance that we find with regular clearing and realignment. You've got to keep putting that back in. Doesn't need to be as often, might be once a month, maybe you want to do it more often, maybe you want to do it once a week. Some people like to do energy healing meditations every day, that's fine too, but it's about making sure that once the key work has been done, it's just really a top up that you need occasionally when you feel like your energies might be a little bit off. So let's recap what we've learned today. We have learned that your chakras might be blocked, misaligned, or even completely closed, and it may not just be one chakra, it could be a few, or it could be all, and that it makes it no more difficult to treat whether you have one blocked chakra or they're all blocked. It's just energy, and we can clear and heal that. We talked about the 3 warning signs that your chakras are blocked, misaligned, or closed, which was watch out for physical health complaints, emotional health issues, and energetic abnormalities. They are our 3 key signs. We also covered which chakra is blocked for you, whether it's the root, the sacral, solar plexus, the heart, the throat, the third eye, or the crown chakra. So hopefully you've got an idea of which chakras may be causing you a problem. And we covered 3 steps to unblocking your chakras, which are release the cause of the block, which is the negative emotion, use energy healing, not just intention, and maintain that newfound regular balance with regular clearing and realignment. Very important. Now the good news is you don't need to go to energy healers, you don't need to train in energy healing, you don't need expensive repeated sessions to clear this. If you're ready to get started on chakra clearing right now, then you can check out our brand new energy healing meditation. It's called the Chakra Attunement Meditation. I'm really delighted with this one. It's specifically created to cleanse, balance and align your chakras and remove those energetic blocks that are getting in the way of your ascended energies moving up to connect to source. And you can get started in literally about 10 minutes time. You won't find a healing product like this anywhere else. I feel absolutely confident in saying that. Our meditations are a special crossover between meditation, a guided relaxed meditation, and energy healing and activation. So that's what makes them so powerful. It's the equivalent of a specifically tailored energy healing session with me, because I work with a collection of high vibrational spirit guides who are dedicated to helping us on the awakening pathway, and of course they tailor it entirely to your energy. It's not just a kind of one meditation for all. They will adjust your energy in real time whenever you use the meditation, and you can use it again and again to heal layers and layers of the things that you want to heal, or of course to come back to realign your chakras from the comfort of your own home and at your own pace. So this meditation will cleanse, balance and realign your chakras. It will clear the issues that are blocking the chakras, so we're getting to that emotional cause. It will ground your energies. It will activate the hidden, little known 9th and 12th chakras, those chakras up above the top of the head that I mentioned. So we're actually going to activate them in the meditation. It's going to improve your body's energetic flow for optimal health and well-being, and it's going to help you to feel clear, collected and strong, which is one of the most wonderful benefits of regular chakra clearing. So you can check it out below, and thank you so much for watching. Bye.